Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis. Okay, I'm sorry for the late upload, but I was very busy today. But I'm still going to upload a video. So with that being said, let's get into it. So what we're going to talk about today is the siege that happened at the U.S. Capitol this past Wednesday. So this past Wednesday, an angry mob infiltrated the U.S. Capitol. They were incited by President Trump due to the results of the 2020 election. While the siege was going on, you see Trump supporters and an angry mob waving the Confederate flag, waving a Trump flag. You see a person has broken into Nancy Pelosi's office. He's sitting in her chair with his foot on her desk. You see a person in the Capitol chamber. You see the security at the Capitol being overpowered at times by the angry mob. And you see a person walking off with a pulpit. While all this is transpiring, you see that the representatives have been taken to a safe place where they're kept safe from the siege that's going on at the time. While all of this is transpiring, Joe Biden goes on national television and tells Trump to stop this. Trump doesn't go on national television at all. Instead, he goes to Twitter and he says that the election was stolen from me and my supporters, but we have to do things peacefully. Go home. So after the angry mob left, Washington, D.C. issued a curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Congress reconvened to certify that President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris won the 2020 election. The consequences of this incident: Trump has been banned from Facebook and Instagram permanently. It was 2 weeks, now it's permanently. He's been permanently banned on Twitter. He is not going to attend Joe Biden's inauguration. At first, Joe Biden wanted him to attend because he still wanted to keep the tradition of a peaceful transfer of power. But after this incident, Joe Biden has agreed that he doesn't want Trump at his inauguration. Nancy Pelosi has called for the resignation of the chief of the Capitol Police. People in Trump's cabinet are resigning after the incident. Nancy Pelosi is also calling for the impeachment of Trump for the second time, invoking the 25th Amendment. The people who were the angry mob who were in the Capitol, some have been charged and have been arrested. The FBI and law enforcement are still looking for more people. 5 people have died due to this incident. Now, I've told you all the story. Now I like to share my thoughts. The people who vandalized the U.S. Capitol should be ashamed of themselves. They all should be arrested and prosecuted. If this was Black Lives Matter, it would have been completely different. The angry mob who was vandalizing the U.S. Capitol, the security was treating them with kid gloves, and it really looked like mall security a lot of the time. And you hear a lot of people say that too, that if it was Black Lives Matter, it would have been totally different. And it's true. People also want to be in denial and say that it wasn't Trump supporters, it was Antifa people. If you just Google this incident, you see people waving the Trump flag, wearing Make America Great Again hats. You see Trump hats. So of course they were Trump supporters. The really sad incident about this is America is supposed to be an example for the rest of the world, and our enemies are going to use this incident as ammunition in their rhetoric to say that democracy and a peaceful transfer of power is a lie. So this is a really terrible incident that has happened, and it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. I'm shocked that it did, but one, I've been thinking about this incident for a while, and maybe we shouldn't be too surprised, because it's not like this happened out of nowhere. If you've been paying attention for the past 4 years, we've been slowly getting to something like this. Whether it was that protest where all those white protesters were holding tiki torches, and Donald Trump said there were good people on both sides, or President Trump's rhetoric, or the KKK openly supporting President Trump. We've been slowly been getting towards something like this, and where before President Trump, things that have been happening this past 4 years would have been unacceptable. It's now he's made it normal. So we've actually been slowly building towards something like this, but the U.S. Capitol should have been more protected than this, and the security at the U.S. Capitol should have showed more power in this incident. They shouldn't have been just treating these guys with kid gloves. They should have actually been trying to bring these people down or get them out. But it was like they were afraid of harming them when they are breaking into the U.S. Capitol and they're taking stuff and they're standing on statues. So those are my thoughts. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and I will see you all next time.